say we're coming from Kiambu County,
Right.
and having learned a lot from Barking and Dagenham. I think there's more to learn, and there's more that we can do together. And owing to the fact that the mayor has an experience of who we are, what we want to achieve, I don't know what would be the process of probably the county of Kiambu twinning with Barking and Dagenham.
Okay. There's no reason why that can't happen. We twin with other places of the world. We do that. In fact, the mayor's been over to Germany after the Second World War. We twinned with Witten, and I can't remember the French town, but we also
and then Russia, Israel.
Yeah. So we've got people that we did, and you know what? It'd be an absolute honour, and we'd have some sort of ceremony because I think it'd be wonderful. And again, it's another legacy to our mayor as well. Right. We have some sort of twin, so I think that'd be wonderful. I think the best start, Paul, is the mayor's office.
Right.
So if you talk to her, and I think if you pass that on and then see where we go from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we'd be.
I hope they don't have heavy requirements for that.
Well, I don't think so. Just like, you know,
Yeah,
says, it would be a great honor because even for, I met some people who are really interested in training schools, training, which would be a great, thing for them. We love diversity here.
Opportunities, chance for redevelopment, but what we've got is lots of issues with need for new public transport, new roads, remediation, flood risk. All of those issues need to be addressed. So what we're going to do is just do a coach tour, see some of the big sites that you saw briefly on the video and talk about some of the issues, and we're just sort of doing a loop around, see those sites and then come back to the town hall.
So my name is Karungo Wathangwa, the county rep for NGEWA, or you can call me the member of the county assembly for NGEWA ward, which is in Githunguri constituency. And I'm proud to be here because under the invitation of the mayor of Barking and Dagenham, who happens to come from my ward. So that's what I'm saying. I'm really proud to see one of the NGEWANs doing good things in London. I would say that within this benchmarking tour, we have really learnt a lot. We have toured the ward, which is Barking and Dagenham. I happen to be a member of the education committee at the Kiambu County Assembly. I'm also a member of the committee called Innovations, Communication and Technology Committee. So having been a member of those two important committees, education, information, communication and technology, it just says that you need to go where these things are taken off for you to see and for you to know what kind of policies that you'll come up with. So coming to London, I can say that it is an eye-opener. And maybe somebody might be asking, why do people go outside the country? I can give a very nice example, like in Nyandarua County, there are those people who are really fighting the government when it wanted to implement and to start power generated by turbines. So people were really complaining, and they didn't want this to take off. They were saying these things are going to be noisy. Who asked them to bring them here? Where are they dumping these metallic materials to our county? But it's because of lack of information. That's why they were acting that way, and there was no political goodwill. But coming now to Dagenham, and you see those turbines in action, there's no noise. They're actually, the air is cool around there. You realize that you can get power as well as beautify the place, as well as create jobs. So those are some of the things that we have seen today. We have also seen the infrastructure, and one of the most important things that Kenya need to borrow from here in London is the transportation, public transportation, because even if this ward has not so many people, we can say that 250,000 people is not as many as Nairobi has, yet it is a little bit smaller. We can borrow how they help the members to move from one point to another. That is, there is train transport, there is public, there is bus kind of transport, and it is all affordable. It's all about, it's well implemented. They use the cards, they don't use cash. The railways are way affordable. So some of these things, when leaders come and see this, when they go back home, they are able to communicate to their people and tell them it is doable. That is what we call development communication. People need to be told it's working somewhere. They need to be seen. And if the leaders themselves cannot believe it can happen, then there will be a problem. So those who come, and I would also encourage people, if you can afford it, go for it. Go and visit and see. If your institution can take you, say yes. Don't ask for money. Just say, let me go and travel so that I can see what other people are doing. And I'm telling you, from this trip, this committee here, we are going to go back a well endowed people with the information that will help us make policies that are going to help the people of Kiambu. We have had so many policies and strategies that we have carried from Barking and Dagenham. We have the education policy, I have it in my pocket. We have the London strategic plan, which was adopted in 2010. I have it in my pocket. I have the Barking and Dagenham strategic plan when it comes to development, when it comes to future development. So you can imagine all these, once we go, we read them, we understand them, and we have people who are very, very helpful here, and especially through the Mayor, Elizabeth Kang'ethe. We are going to get information that we need to get our people to move our county ahead. So having said that, we also happened to visit the High Commissioner, the Kenya's High Commission in the UK. We were received very well. We really enjoyed interacting with the High Commissioner himself. And I can tell you there are so many opportunities, if only the county government can understand where to go to whenever they need investors to come in. They can do that through high commissions, and these high commissions have set branches in Kenya. So it is very easy. All we are asking is that people, let's move our counties forward by not just politicking, corruption, trying to get ourselves rich and all that. If only we can think about the people and borrow from already existing structures. We don't have to reinvent the wheels. If it's happening here in Buckingham and Dagenham, where the mayor is a Kenyan, we can as well do it anywhere. So let's give people chances, those who want to develop. Let those who are developing or who are mandated to develop really don't take advantage of the public kitty. They should actually work according to the constitution, according to the laws, and according to the strategies. So all I would want to say is ask the Kenyans who are living abroad, and especially in the UK, what you learn or what you do here, you should try as much as possible to bring it back home. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about you sending M-Pesas and Western Union and all that. All we need is exposure. If you cannot tell your brother back at the village that this thing is doable, they will never understand. So we all need this kind of information to start channeling home. Don't just come and give us stories how they have two-story buses, how they have trains. We cannot really fathom that. We cannot really picture that because you've never seen it. So know how you're going to give this information, break it down so that we can understand, so that we as the policymakers, once we come with policies that are guided to help the people will understand them and they will buy them, and there will be no noise. When we say we want to do compulsory acquisition of land so that we can have a big development or residential houses, we do not want our people to start politicking about that. They need to understand. So if leaders understand, the people will understand. And that's why we are here, to get to understand all that. And I believe we have. So it is a big thank you to the people of Barking and Dagenham. A big thank you to the Mayor, Elizabeth Kang'ethe, of Barking and Dagenham, because without her, we could not have really gotten this kind of information that we have today. And I can as well tell the people of Kiambu that don't just call it a trip, it is something that is going to help the people of Kiambu.
Hi, I'm Councillor Elizabeth Kang'ethe, the Mayor of the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham. I've been serving in this borough for the last 5 years, and this year we decided to invite a delegation from Kenya as a way of benchmarking. And since every time I visit Kenya, I've been talking to these guys and they really wanted to learn, see whether there is anything they can learn from us. I'm so grateful that finally I've had a group coming over, and also to have my own local councillor of NGEWA ward and a few others. Well, it's been a lovely time hosting these people. And I'm hoping that when they go back to Kenya, they're going to implement whatever it is that they have been learning. We have visited different construction sites. They have learned from our officers, the leader. And the most important thing, which I'm hoping we want to manage, is twinning up. Because when we twin up, there is so much that we can do together with Kiambu and the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham. So I really want to thank my people. I know we are still a few years to catch up, but I believe with confidence and with determination, all things are possible. I know we still need funds, which is possible. We just need to look for ways and means of raising those needed funds. And I'm sure from what they have seen that there are so many ways where we can maximize on what we have and live by our own standards. Maintenance was found to be one of the main things. So there's quite a lot that these guys have learned, and I hope they will be able to implement, give a proper feedback, and in future maybe invite other committees where we can work together. I'm excited to have done this, and I hope that in future it's going to leave a legacy of what I was able to do when I was a mayor. Thank you so much.